Welcome back. Generation Xers are often referred to as the sandwich generation because they're struggling with where to focus their time, energy, and money. They have a lot of balls juggling in the air. With aging parents and children to take care of, how does an Xer take care of themselves financially? Stuart Smith with ML&R Wealth Management is here to discuss some financial tips to help Generation Xers protect their wealth and prepare for their futures, because that's what it's all about. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Nice to see you. So there's a lot to get to, but one of the big focuses has to be saving. You've got to remember to do that.
Yeah. So this is actually a prime earning years of your life, right? So you need to make sure that you're maximizing tax deferred accounts if you can. If you can't, get enough to get the employer match so that you get the extra money and don't leave it on the table. And then really you should also try to focus on saving outside of tax deferred accounts, because you're going to need that for other things in your future, whether it's education for children, buying houses, doing other things that you want to want in the future. So you need to have both tax deferred and regular savings set aside.
Okay, managing debt, you also say that's key.
Yeah, so you want to be careful that you don't get behind the curve, especially now with consumer debt. There's a lot out this week about consumer debt. Do you have student loans that you haven't paid off? If you haven't, make a plan to pay off that debt so that, again, it doesn't impact your savings, because if you're focused too much on debt, you're not going to have the chance to set money aside, and you really need to have that set aside for retirement.
I love that you say protect against the lifestyle creep, because if you think about it, you're like, oh, I'll go have dinner today and tomorrow. I'll go get that Starbucks. And then after a while, it really adds up.
It does. And what happens is again, this time in our lives, we are progressing in our careers. And as we progress, our income tends to go up. And as that income goes up, your lifestyle tends to increase with it. And you want to be careful that you don't do that all the time. So if you could even take some of that increase in income and set it aside in savings, as opposed to getting used to this new lifestyle that you've created with this new earnings. So be really careful. If you can't do it every year, maybe do half and half. Half to savings, half to, a little bit more fun.
That makes sense. Consider insurance and wills.
Right. So there are a lot of people in our lives that are depending on us. Like you said, we're the sandwich generation. So it's either our children that we want to educate, or it's our parents who we're going to have to take care of. And so you want to make sure that you have life insurance to the extent that you are responsible financially for individuals out there, and make sure you also have wills. Executor, guardian, beneficiaries, make sure that they're up to date with actually what you want. Things change over time, so keep them up to date.
We have about 20 seconds, but you say hire professionals.
Yeah, so it's now the time to lean on other people, whether you need a CPA, a financial advisor like we talk about a lot, an expert for insurance, and an expert for estate planning. Lean on others, let them help you.
Great advice, sage advice. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.